It finally happened as one of the Boston Celtics members has finally been given his flowers for all of the great work that he has done this season, as the Boston Celtics were not expected to be in the position that they were at the end of the regular season. Nobody expected it. Nobody saw it coming, but it is because of the great work that head coach Joe Mazzulla was able to do for this team all season long. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on Celtics Digest. I am your host, Patrick Billings, and we are talking about Coach Mazzulla as he was officially awarded the NBA's Coach of the Year, finally getting his flowers after many good seasons with the Boston Celtics. He is finally given the award for the first time. But before we get into this video, guys, I want to talk to you all about our affiliate Morgan & Morgan. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now, Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for their harm they cause. So make sure you click the link in my bio and take a short quiz. You may be entitled for a potential $1,000 in recovery. And again, guys, that is our affiliate Morgan & Morgan, so make sure you go ahead and take that survey in the description. And now let's get back into the video, as again we are talking about Joe Mazzulla and his award, getting his flowers, winning Coach of the Year for the first time in a long time for Boston Celtics head coach. But let's take a look at the voting results, as this was pretty much a landslide, as Joe Mazzulla gets 62 of the 100 first place votes, getting a ton of points at 392 points, as JB Bickerstaff of Detroit finishing second in voting, followed by Mitch Johnson and former Celtic Charles Lee. As this is a great list, but this just goes to show how great of a job Joe Mazzulla has done, as we already know that Brad Stevens was able to win NBA Executive of the Year, and now Joe Mazzulla gets Head Coach of the Year, as that really just goes to show how good of a job that they were able to do with the roster that they had to put together, trying to get under both aprons, under the tax, deal with no Jayson Tatum for pretty much the whole regular season. And now all these guys are getting their flowers. And like I said, this is the first time in a long time that a Celtics head coach had won NBA Coach of the Year since Bill Fitch in the 1979-80 season, and the fourth in franchise history, a group that also includes Red Auerbach and Tommy Heinsohn in 72-73. And at 37, Mazzulla is the youngest head coach of the year since Phil Johnson in 74-75, as the Celtics have won plenty of Coach of the Year awards, only behind the Hawks with 6. And again, if we just need to be reminded of where the Boston Celtics were this season and what we were talking about before this season, I am one of those people that did not believe that with the moves that this team made with Jayson Tatum, most likely wasn't going to come back this season. We always had the idea that he would, but there was always the off chance that he didn't. And with the start that they had, I thought the Boston Celtics were going to end up being a lottery team, but that all turned around because of what Brad Stevens was able to do, putting a cheap young group together, guys that didn't get the chance to get NBA minutes to come in here and play big roles. And that's what they did. They finished fourth in the NBA, second in the Eastern Conference, as FanDuel dropped a nice little stat here, again with them being second in the East, 43-23 without Jayson Tatum, 56-win season. They were ranked second offensively and fourth defensively, so top 5 in both big categories when it comes to team basketball, and that is why he wins Coach of the Year, an award that he says all the time is a stupid award, and we should not have it. But man, does he deserve it. I mean, Joe Mazzulla, already the highest winning percentage of any head coach in NBA history and an NBA championship to his name. And of course, him being so young and adding this to his resume just really shows how good of a coach he is. And I think with the Boston Celtics really not doing a great job in the playoffs, so losing that 3-1 lead really put a type of hit on Joe Mazzulla. A lot of people not liking him, not liking the job that he did, especially in his first year. Everyone said that, well, if Ime Udoka was the coach, the Boston Celtics would have won a championship that year as well. But in the first year, he gets a full coaching staff that he wanted. He goes out and wins a championship. Last year, obviously, Jayson Tatum tears his Achilles, and this year, no Jayson Tatum for most of the season. So he's really had to work with a lot, and he has still succeeded at a very high level. And it shows with this season specifically, with a bunch of guys that have not had opportunities, like I said, to go out there and play meaningful basketball. And he put them out there and made the Celtics look like an absolute threat to the whole NBA. A lot of people have them as their favorites to win the championship with how good things were going. And that is because of Joe Mazzulla. I'm telling you, you guys might not be happy about the work that he's done in the last couple of years, but he's had to deal with so many injuries, so many different roster moves, with next year looking like the same as this year to try and stay under that tax so that they could go ahead and spend in that 2027 off season. Who knows what's going to happen with this team moving forward, but I could put my trust in Joe Mazzulla to still make this team extremely, extremely competitive. And we look at a quote here that I have for you guys as well from Bobby Kavitsky, with Joe Mazzulla earning the Coach of the Year. And I thought what he said was really meaningful and kind of some things that I did touch on already. He said, say what you want about the playoffs and how they went, but it's a regular season award that him and the Celtics staff were well deserving of. Boston turned what some thought would be a gap year with calls to tank into 56 wins and second in the East. There was growth throughout the roster and significant changes on both sides of the ball to help produce that. Their preparation and development were at the heart of the regular season success, and I think that hits everything right on the head. It truly is because of Joe Mazzulla and what he was able to work with these guys, put them at a competitive level, bring them to their highest potential as they possibly could. We saw the best of Jaylen Brown. We saw the best of Neemias Queta. We saw the best of so many different role players. What he's done to Payton Pritchard's game, rising his game to an elite level coming off of the bench, bringing in all this energy, so many different things that he's been able to do that I feel like we're just missing the whole point on. I know we are all disappointed. This season, we never had the expectations, and we exceeded them already, and you really have to give credit to Joe Mazzulla. And he did have a little bit of a quote on winning Coach of the Year, as he says, "Thank you to the Lord for the platform he has given me, and to my wife and family who support me on this journey," said Mazzulla. "Thank you to our players who compete and give it everything they have each night. I am grateful for every member of the Celtics organization whose dedication impacts winning every day. This award belongs to our staff, who are there for guys every day. Their relentless work ethic improves our team daily. This award should be named Staff of the Year." And that is Joe Mazzulla in a whole loop. That is everything about him. Everything in that quote just tells you all you need to know about Joe Mazzulla, and we do have to give him his flowers. This team, who knows what it's going to look like next year? You know it's going to be competitive because who is at the realm of everything? Brad Stevens, Joe Mazzulla. And guys, this video was to give him his flowers. I know it didn't turn out how things wanted to be. We have high expectations, but Joe Mazzulla is a great coach and absolutely deserved it. And that's going to do it for this video. I'd love to hear your comments on Joe Mazzulla winning this award. I want to know where your guys' stance is. Are you on the stance of, yeah, Joe Mazzulla is one of the best coaches in the league, or no, I'm not really feeling him. There's something about him that just really isn't hitting it right for me. I don't think he has the potential. He has the talent and wins with the talent, but just won't get over another hump and won't bring us another championship. Let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, as we're so close to that 10,000 subscriber number. And I will see all of you in the next video. Let's go Boston Celtics. Peace out, everybody.